Y'all want to talk about Mase right quick? I consider myself somewhat of a hip hop historian, so I'm the Dr. Clark. I'm the Dr. Henry Clark of hip hop. Nah, but I want to speak on Mase. Mase was awesome, man. I talked about Mase before, and I criticized him, but that video got deleted because that channel got deleted. But it was a good video. It was a funny video. Mase was preaching, and I was criticizing his ass like a motherfucker. I consider him to be a hypocrite, and I do think there's two Mases. There's the preacher Mase, and then there's the bad boy Mase. It's the Mase that preaches on righteousness and living a clean life and giving your life up to God. There's that Mase. But even that Mase seems kind of a little money hungry to me. Seems kind of a little crooked to me. And then there's that Mase there. Then there's the street Mase. The Mase that likes to be in the street. The Mase that likes to be in the middle of street activity. That Mase that likes the attention of the street, of the hip hop scene. The same scene that he ran away from. He seems to play this game with this energy, with this hip hop energy. When the people want him, he seems to run away. When they forget about him, he wants to come back to him. It's this tango dance he plays, and it's his mind. He has an unstable dual mind. That's his problem. He has a dual mind because he never had to run away from the game in the first place. He ran away from the hip hop scene because he didn't like the pressures of the game. He didn't want to live up to being Mase. He didn't want to live up. I guess the pressure was overwhelming. I guess he didn't really want to be the star that he was because his energy is so powerful. He became afraid of it, I guess. His energy was so attractive and charismatic that he seemed to not want it. Some people are like that. Some people have it all and just throw it away. And to me, that's what Mase did. He threw it away. He chased this religion. I wouldn't call it. Religion is like what, 10% spirituality and 90% traditional. So he went and chased this religion. He thought it was spiritual, but it was more. But then when he got into it, it became more traditional. The teachings are traditional. The teachings of religion, of Christianity, are not spiritual. They're more traditional, and that's why so many people are confused in their Christianity. That's why so many people don't know the Bible. That's why so many people are not really. They go to church, they practice their Christianity, but they don't really know it. They don't really understand it because it's not spiritual, or it has just a smidget of spirituality in it, and it's 90% traditional, which you can't really use. I mean, you can't really use a story about Paul. How's that going to affect your life? So that's the problem with the church. And Mase teaches this traditional church method, which probably is why he goes back and forth from the religion world back to the hip hop world, because the religion world is not fulfilling, because he doesn't know the real spirituality of what he's teaching, because the Bible has been really as edited. It has really been used for control of the people. Instead of being a spiritual book, it's been more of a control book. It's been more of a manipulative book to control the masses. Anything, it's been more of an unspiritual book than a spiritual book. Like I say, a book of control, a book to really scare the shit out of you, really scare the life, really scare the spirituality out of you. But now let's get into Mase the rapper, because that's what this video is about. Mase the rapper, we never seen anything like Mase before. You gotta understand, Mase came at the right place at the right time. He came in power when Biggie and Tupac died. Mase came into power, 97, and took over the fucking rap game. I mean, this guy was powerful. powerfully charismatic. Took over the game. Took over the fucking rap game. Took over BET. Took over MTV. Took over the hip hop scene. Was all over TV. Was all in the videos. You couldn't get enough of Mase. He had that feel good charm. He had that energy. I mean, he had that Disneyland type of energy that made you feel good. When you looked at Mase, you felt good. You wanted to be that dude. Mase was every boy wanted to be Mase. Every girl wanted to be with Mase. He had the dimples, had the waves. He was attractive to the female. Every dude wanted to have the waves and a nice little, to be good looking or whatever. Mase was extra special because he didn't have to take his shirt off. A lot of these rappers, they have to sell their sex appeal. They have to take the shirt off. They have to be the bad boy. Mase didn't have to do that. That's what separated him from the rest. He didn't have to be the bad boy. He didn't have to sell his sex appeal. He didn't have to take his shirt off. He didn't have to work out and show his abs and muscles and all that. He didn't have to work at it. He could just be himself and be lovable. And everybody rushes to him. And everybody's attracted to him. Mase attracted everybody. He was a magnet of attraction. You just attract. His energy was flowing with magnetism. Then the videos that they did. The coloring, it was so beautiful. I'm coming, all that. Ooh, I'm coming. Yo, who's hot? Who's not? Tell me who not? Who sell out the stores? You tell me who rock? Who caught the blue drop? Who juice got rock? Who's not? Same old, all that shit. That was the late 90s era. That was a beautiful time in hip hop. That was the golden age of hip hop. Mid 90s, late 90s was the golden age, and Mase was in that age. He's a special type of dude. You go type in Mase on YouTube, look up his videos, you'll see. Even the youngsters today said Mase had swag. Mase was special. Mase had that incredible energy in all his videos. If you go look at the video he did with Brandy, great song, On Top of the World, the video he did Feel So Good. You can see how beautiful that video is, and you can see how energetic he is in the video. See how charismatic he is. Feels so good. Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. That's when I first was introduced to Mase, and he got my attention in that video. He stood out. The video he did with Mariah Carey and the Lox. So many videos. Only You remix. I mean, the boy he was special. The dude was special. And like I said, the dude didn't have to do what every rapper has to do today. He didn't have to sell his sex appeal. It was just there. It was just, he didn't have to have the tattoos and take his shirt off and be, I'm a thug. He didn't have to do that. And at the time, everybody was screaming they was a thug. Just like today, everybody's being a dope boy rapper. Back in that day, everybody was a gangster thug. Mase was not. He changed the game. He brought that pretty boy shit in. He brought the pretty boy swag in. Mase changed the game. He really changed the game. Everybody was a thug or a dope dealer back in the day. Everybody was a bad boy. Mase changed the game. After the two biggest bad boys died, Tupac and Biggie, Mase came in smiling. While everybody else was toting guns and giving you the mean face, Mase came in smiling, killing the game, killing it, ruled it with a smile, ruled it with having fun. And we loved him for that. He was having fun. We all lived through Mase during that time. We all lived through Mase. The boy that was having fun, the boy that was getting all the chicks, the boy that was saying East and West, bury the hate. We got millions to make. At that time, people was tired of the violence. Mase came at a beautiful time and took over the game, and he ruled the clubs. DJs was playing this shit in the South. They were playing that shit. Girls was on, man, badass bitches, man, at the club, dog. We used to go to these college parties, man. I mean, we used to go to the clubs where they had the party at the National Guard Armory, and all these college girls used to come up in there. Fine ass bitches, man. And when they played Mase. Can't nobody hold. When they play any song that feels so good, or More Money, More Problems, man, them girls got on that damn dance floor. It was like they went crazy. When one of those songs came on, you can get out on the dance floor with a chick. They ran out there on the dance floor. And this is in the South. Him and Puffy was huge. And I consider Puffy to be Robin. Mase was the star. Puffy wasn't nowhere near being a star. He was Mace's Robin. Mase was the star. Mase had the skills, pay the bills. A great lyricist, clever lyricist. Real clever with his metaphors, real clever with his rhymes. Man, I'm so proud to be a part of that era when Mase was running hip-hop. And Mase really was running hip-hop during the time he was in it, from 97 to 99, 2000. Nobody could touch him. He was running it. Other rappers tried to come in. They failed. Mase was running it. Mase was running it. No, Jay-Z couldn't do nothing at that time. DMX couldn't really do nothing at that time. Really, all those other guys really blew up when Mase slowed down. When Mase stopped, that's when Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule, that's when all of them came in and took over the game. Master P, that's when all of them came in and took over after Mase stopped. When Mase was full speed ahead, there was no room for nobody else in hip-hop but Mase. This is the time when Wu-Tang Clan kind of slowed down. They wasn't as hot as they were. This was the time when East Coast was just really Bad Boy at the time. The whole East Coast, Bad Boy ran the whole East Coast at the time. And Mase was their #1 star. But like I said, when Mase faded out, that's when everybody else came and just took over the game. So Mase was the king of hip hop for about maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe 2, at most, probably 2 years. He was the king. Maybe 97, 98, he was the king. Then after he stopped working, that's when DMX, Jay-Z, and all the rest took over. And Master P, that's when they really took over the game after that. That's when the South really took over. Master P brought the South in. Master P put the South in takeover mode, because there was always down South hip hop. Ghetto Boys, 8-Ball, MJG, UGK. There was always great down South hip hop. Master P really took it to another level. And then Cash Money came in. It's been a rap ever since. But anyway, this is about Mase, and I see Mase is trying to come back in the game now, which I really think is more about his ego than anything. I really think he sees that he's getting older now. He still has the baby face. He still look good for his age. I mean, he's 35, probably 35, 34. Still look young. But I think it's an ego thing with him. Like, I can still hang with these young cats. I can still hang with these young boys, you know. I still got it, you know. I still got the pretty boy swag. I'm the father of the pretty boy swag, you know. Let me show these cats how it's done. You know, I think it's sort of something like that. I think that's what's going on with him. It's an ego thing. It's just like how these people come out of retirement and try to get back in the game. You know, it's an ego thing with them. They want to prove that they still can do it, that they still got the chicks, that they still got the crowd loving them, and that they still can play the game. He's not doing it for the love of the game, because he don't really love the game. He's doing it for his own egotistical reasons. Maybe he sees that the people don't know him no more like they used to know him, and maybe he wants that fame again. He's the type of person that wants the fame, but then don't want the fame. He wants the recognition, but then when he gets the recognition, he wants to shy away from it. So he wants the attention, but then he don't really want the attention, because the attention that comes with headache, but he don't want to be forgotten either. So Mase is in that space. He's in the space of the ego. This is why I say religion, the religion that he teaches, the religion of Christianity, don't really help you, because it's not spiritual. It doesn't teach you anything, because they don't even understand what they're teaching. Their religious book is just full of fear and stupid stories, and that don't really you don't really understand at the end of the day, and a lot of religion turns into greed. It turns into everything unspiritual. This is what Christianity has become, an unspiritual religion. But this is what he wants to do. He wants to come back for his own ego, just like he did 4 years ago with Breathe Stretch Shake, which was a hot video. He wants to do it again and fade out again. He wants that shine. Maybe that shine will bring more members into his church. Peace.